Hello, everyone. It's the educator again, and today I have an interesting part for us to discuss today. Something very interesting we're going to be talking about today, and what's that? We're going to learn how we can find the unknown using equation. How we can find the unknown with the use of equation. But there are some terms that I would like to explain clearly to us. I would like to explain what an equation is to us, what a variable is in mathematics, and the opposite or the antonym of the word variable, which is a constant, what they mean. Before we go to the rules for science, because these are the things we will need to work out the four questions we have on the board. Don't worry, they are very simple. By the time we're done with it, you find out that these things are very easy. Alright. In mathematics, there are two things that you can hear or you will hear going side by side. You will hear some, especially in algebra, you will hear of variables where they say find the value of x, what's the value of y, what's the value of a or b or all of that. These are called variables. The unknown, they are called variables. And why they are called variable is because the value is not constant. X might be 20 in a particular question, and the value of x in another situation is 2 or 3, as the case may be. So the value of x, y, z, whatever letter you're representing it with, varies. That's where we have variables. And it is the variable or the unknown that you're looking for that must always be made the subject of the formula. The subject. You do not make constant in mathematics the subject, because the value of a constant is always known. So since you're not looking for it, there is no need making it the subject, as we only make subject what we are looking for. If you look at the board, you're going to find out that here we've been asked to get the value of x. So we're going to find the value of x here. We're going to solve for m here. We're going to solve for m here again. And we're going to solve for n. So we're going to solve for x. We'll solve for m. We'll solve for n here. And we'll solve for n. These are the things we're going to do as we progress. But before we start looking at all of this, we have to understand what these are. I'll explain, that's not a problem. Okay, now I want us to recall. I'm using the word recall here because I know that most of us must have seen this before. And for those of us that might be seeing for the first time, just be patient, we're going to get this at the end of the day. Okay, so we have this. You see this is the equality sign, equal to in mathematics. Of course, if we want to show that this is equal to, and this is not equal to, this in maths, and this is the sign of equivalence to show that it's an equivalent fractions or whatever you have. Alright, so this is the equality sign. We use the equality sign to show that two things are equal. That is actually what it means to equate, and that's where equation is coming from. So if you say this is an equation, it means whatever you have at the right hand side of the equation must be equal to whatever you have at the left hand side of the equation. So if your equation is correct, or if the value of the unknown in an equation is correct, when you solve for the unknown variable and you get the value of the unknown, if the value of the unknown is substituted into the equation, it must be such that whatever you have on this other side must be equal to whatever you have the other way. If it is not equal, then of course that's not the value of the unknown that you're looking for, and you need to do it again. But I find out that most students or most people struggle with variables like this. And most times when we struggle with things like this, we tend to lose hope. The situation might seem hopeless, especially when you are not out to solve simultaneous equation using elimination method or maybe completing the square method. And they use the quadratic formula, the one most of us know as the almighty formula. Alright, so please, it is important, very important that we take note of this equality sign. This equality sign, you usually see it in equations. Once you see an equality sign, it separates whatever you're doing. You have for the left and you have the right hand side. And whatever the value of x gives to us, by now we substitute the value back into this equation, we must get 9 here and 9 is over here. If we don't get 9 for the left hand side, then we are wrong. We are wrong. You know, that's the beauty of the subject mathematics. It's not mathematic. If you do the right thing, you get the right answer. If you do the wrong thing, of course the answer will be wrong. Alright. So these are the things I want us to take note of. These are the 4 basic operations we carry out in mathematics: addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. These are the 4 basic operations we carry out in mathematics. And they are telling us something. Something is happening here. And you see this arrow. Here they are showing us that when you have this positive sign or plus crossing over the equality sign, of course if plus is crossing over the equality sign, it changes to minus. And if minus is crossing over, it changes to plus. You must take note of this. If multiplication is crossing over the equality sign, it changes to division. And if division is crossing over, it changes to multiplication. Having this in mind, we can attempt the questions we have here. There are just 4 of them. But before attempting as well, I also want to bring our mind back to what we call the rules for signs. The rule is simple. When you multiply a negative number by a negative number, that is minus times minus. Of course, minus times minus will give us plus. But let me say something. If minus times minus is plus, then minus times minus times minus becomes minus. What do I mean? When we multiply 2 negative numbers, now we have to listen to this. When we multiply 2 negative numbers, 4 negative numbers, 8 negative numbers, as the case may be, provided the negative numbers we are multiplying are given, it's just you have 2, 4, 6 as even numbers, your answer must be positive. That's why minus times minus is plus here. But if I have minus times minus times minus, minus times minus times minus will not give me minus, will not give me plus, rather minus times minus times minus will give me minus. Because I have 1, 2, 3 here, and 3 is an odd number, and I have 1, 2 minus here, that's even number, and I'll get a positive number as my answer, whatever positive value. So it is important, very, very important that we take note of this. But for now, don't worry, let's go with minus and minus. 2 negative numbers giving us a positive number. But just for us to know that when you have this, let's say we have minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. Minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4. And plus 4 times minus 2, that will be minus 8 as my answer. But we will treat this when we are looking at it. I think I'll come back to the order of operation. So some of us complain, most of us complain that that video was not really clear and understand. So I'm going to come back to the order of operation and I'm going to discuss this in detail. But for now, let's just focus on the rules for signs as minus times minus being plus, plus times minus being minus, and minus times plus being plus. So it is very fine. You have to take note of this. So this is what I will use to solve all the problems we have here. Are there really problems? No, they're just little challenges. So to solve all the challenges I have here, I'm going to use what I have on the board. So from time to time, I'm going to bring our attention back to what we have here. Just be patient enough and we'll get it right. Now, we are asked to find the value of x if 3 bracket open x plus 3 bracket close over 4 equals 9. What will be the value of x? So to solve that, or to solve for x here, remember this is 3 x plus 3 over 4 equals 9. Let's remember that over here is same thing as division. Over means division. And everything here is over 4. So and I can as well say this is 3 x plus 3 divided by 4 equals 9. And what I'm looking for x. So to find x, I need to do a lot because x has gone to hide. X is inside a bracket. But don't worry, we're going to fish it. And we're going to smoke it out now. Okay, so this is going to cross over the equality sign. Remember what I did here? When division crosses over the equality sign, sorry, it's this way. When division crosses over the equality sign, it changes to multiplication. So now what I have here will now be 3 bracket open x plus 4 x plus 3 equals 9 divided by 4. 9 times 4. Division crossing over the equality sign changes to multiplication. Alright, so that this is now 3 bracket open x plus 3. This is 36. If that is 36, I've succeeded in moving this over here, and because this is over, and over is same thing as division, and we know from the rules that if division crosses over the equality sign, it changes. That when division crosses over the equality sign, it changes to multiplication. Then this is now times 4, and 9 times 4 is 36. So we have sorted out what we have on the right hand side of the equation. Now let's look at this. This is 3, then bracket open x plus 3 bracket 3. What am I going to do? Since they say we should find the value of x, we are solving for x. What? This bracket has to go. We need to send this bracket home. But as the bracket is going home, you have to go home rejoicing. And for you to rejoice while going home, we must do the right thing here. And what is that we're going to do? To clear the bracket, I'm going to use the number closest to the bracket, or the term closest to the bracket, to multiply everything I have inside the bracket. And what are the things I have inside the bracket? I have x, and I also have plus 3 inside the bracket. So I'm going to use 3. I'm going to do 3 times x, and at the same time 3 times plus 3. Alright, so this is 3 times x. This will be 3x plus 3 times 3. Of course, it is plus here because this is plus 3, and plus times plus, plus times plus is plus. So this becomes plus 9 equals 36. Let's remember that what I am looking for is the value of x. I want to solve for x. Alright. So because I'm looking for x, I'm going to move everything that is with x away so that x will be left alone. Alright. So this is plus 9. Plus 9 will cross over the equality sign. And we know that when plus, a positive number crosses over the equality sign, it changes to a negative number. So I have 3x here. This becomes 36 minus 9. And this is 3x. This is 27. Okay, 3 here is the coefficient of x. 3, as we've gotten 3 as the coefficient of x, I'm going to divide everything by 3x. So that this is now over 3x over 3x. This will cancel this, is gone. 3 will go into itself once, and 3 will go into 27 9 times. So that the value of x here is 9. If I've gotten x to be 9, I've gotten the value of x to be 9. What I'm going to do here is very simple. I want to check my answer. And to check my answer, I'm saying that the value of, I've said that the value of x is 9. But how are you sure? You following me on how will you be sure that the value of x is actually 9? There is a way to check what I have done. And what do? I will simply substitute the value of x into the equation. And the value of x here, I said it is 9. But we're going to find out before we can say, okay, yes, the value of x is actually 9. And what am I going to do? Like I said, the value of x, which is 9, will be substituted into the equation. And what I mean by substituting is that anywhere we see x, because the value of x here is 9, in place of x, I'm going to write the number 9. So that what I have here is now 3 bracket open, 9 plus 3, bracket close, equals 9, and this is over 4. Alright, 9 plus 3 is what? 12. So that this is now 3 bracket open, 12 over 4 equals 9. And I need to extend this, please hold on. And this is 12 times 3 times 12, and 3 times 12 is 36. So that this is 36 over 4 equals 9. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So if 36 divided by 4 is 9, it means 9 on the left hand side of the equation and 9 on the right hand side of the equation. That's how we can be sure, or we can confidently say that the value of x here is actually 9. Please, for those of us following, it's very important that we take note that when using equations to find any variable, once you think you have gotten an answer, don't jump out of the work. Always test or check that your answer is correct. And how will you know that your answer is correct? It is by substituting the value back into the equation. What I mean by substitution, I'm going to say that again, is replacing. Anywhere you see x, you put the value of x. If solving for the value of x gives you an answer or a number that is different from what you have on the other side of the equation, you are wrong. But in this case, you know that 36 over 4, which is 36 divided by 4, is 9 on this side, and we already have 9 on the other side. That is why we are sure, take it anywhere, that the value of x is 9. Alright. Please, for those of us who are yet to subscribe to this channel, feel very free to subscribe to this channel because there are lots of educational videos that will come your way. This channel promises to demystify mathematics. Most of us who are afraid or maybe who have not very good foundation in mathematics will find out that this is going to walk us through it and make it easier for us to grasp. Alright, what do we have next? We have m plus 4 equals 13 over 2. And the question is, find the value of m. If this is your equation, we have to find the value of m. The value of m will be what? Alright, like I said, we will always check our answer because this is not mathematics. This is mathematics. And by the time we do the mathematics, we can always go back and get whatever we have, or we're supposed to have rather. So this is m plus 4 equals 13 over 2. Alright, 13 over 2 is 13 divided by 2. And 13 divided by 2, that's going to give us 6.5. 6.5 is 6 and a half. Alright, so 13 divided, this is m plus 4 equals 6.5. And if this is 6.5, all I need to do, because I'm looking for m, I have to make m stand alone. M is the unknown variable here, or m is the unknown rather. So plus 4 will have to cross to meet another friend here. Plus 4 is crossing the equality sign because plus 4 is less than plus 6.5. And it is always the smaller number that crosses over the equality sign. You don't cross a larger number over the equality sign when there is a smaller one. So please, let's take note. Whenever we are crossing over the equality sign, the smaller number must cross over the equality sign. It makes sense. So this is going to cross over, and we have n here to be equal to 6.5 minus 4. It is minus 4. This is not 65. This is 6.5. It is 6.5 minus 4. Remember, initially this was plus 4, and we know that when plus crosses over the equality sign, it changes to minus. Changing to minus will mean 6.5 minus 4. And 6.5 minus 4 becomes 2.5. So the value of m there, n here is 2.5. 2.5 is the same thing as saying 2.5. Most of us will be wondering how I did this, but for those of us who do not understand how I did 13 divided by 2 to be 6.5 or 6.5. Keep following because explanation will be given to explain how I arrived at this. But I have now said, or I am saying that the value of n here is 2.5, and I want to test it. I want to check my work. Check work. Check work. Very important. To check this work, all I need to do is substitute the value of m. All I need to do is simple and to substitute the value of m into the equation. And substituting the value of m into the equation would be what? M here is 2.5. So anywhere I see m, I put 2.5. So if m plus 4 equals 13 over 2, the value of m is 2.5. So this is now 2.5 plus 4 equals 13 over 2. If that is the case, 2.5 plus 4 is 6.5, and 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. So you can see that the value of n is actually 2.5 or 2.5. Very simple. Okay, I'm going to progress now, and I'll be looking at the next part. I'll be looking at number 3. I want to solve for m again. And to solve for m, what am I going to do? The question here, I have m. Sorry, I hope I'm not going to obstruct your view. So I have n minus 5 whole number 1 over 2 to be 5 equals 5 whole number 1 over 3. Very easy. Very, very easy. They said we should find the value of n in this instance. Now what do I do to find the value of n? Of course, I need to make n stand alone. And for n to stand alone, minus 5 whole number 1 over 2, which is less than 5 whole number 1 over 3. This is minus 5 whole number 1 over 2, and this is plus 5 whole number 1 over 3. Of course, this is larger. Alright. So minus 5 whole number 1 over 2 will have to cross over the equality sign. And when minus crosses over the equality sign, it changes to plus. Alright, so that m is now 5 whole number 1 over 3 plus 5 whole number 1 over 2. Alright, if that is the case, all I'm going to do here is note that this is 10. 5 plus 5 as whole numbers, this is 10. I'm going to add the two wholes. I'm bringing this whole out, I'm bringing this whole out. 5 plus 5 is 10. I'll keep it. Because I'm going to add, this is now 3 and 2 as denominators. And I have to look for the LCM of 3 and 2. And the LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. You'll be wondering how I got 6. Alright, for those of us who have issues with LCM, you can just drop a comment at the comment section. Let me know that you really do not understand and get the LCM, how I got 6. Then I will not mind coming back to use different methods to show us how to calculate it or how to solve for LCM. Alright, so that 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 1. This is 2 plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And 3 times 1 is 3. Alright, so that this is now 10 whole number 5 over 6 as the value of m. If the value of m is 10 whole number 5 over 6, the value of n is 10 whole number 5 over 6, how am I sure that is actually the value of n? All I need to do is come here, substitute the value of m back into this equation. M here is 10 whole number 5 over 6. So if m, so I'm going to substitute the value of m into the equation. Alright, I'm going to substitute the value of m into the equation, and the value of m is 10 whole number 5 over 6. So anywhere I see m, I'll just replace it with 10 whole number 5 over 6, so that if in m minus 5 1 over 2 equals 5 1 over 3, all I'll do is, okay, this is 10 whole number 5 over 6 minus 5 whole number 1 over 2 equals find 1 over 3. I want to prove that this is equal to this. This is the whole number 10 and this is the whole number 5. 10 minus 5 is 5.